undergraduate career has been under a microscope. For years, I've spent time trying to understand the complex biological processes that dictate cellular science. Tonight, I'm seeking to connect that knowledge with an understanding and an appreciation for society. Tonight, we will explore the capacity for human innovation in an environment that necessitates change. In 2010, Haiti experienced one of the most devastating natural disasters, leaving the entire country in a perpetual state of turmoil. Following a 7.0 magnitude earthquake that resulted in the death of over 100,000 individuals, the island nation was further inflicted by one of the leading cholera outbreaks in modern-day history. To understand the disease triangle created by host, pathogen, and environment, it's important to acknowledge the series of governmental, social, and general human errors that perpetuated this atrocity. But first, let's explore the disease itself. Cholera is defined by the World Health Organization as an acute diarrheal disease that, if left untreated, can kill within hours. Immediately in that statement are 2 points of concern: the inherent fact that the disease is deadly within a short time frame, and that it's the result of inadequate and failed treatment. The condition is a threat to the entire globe, but notably in under-resourced populations. Following that infamous earthquake, Haiti saw humanitarian efforts spur unintended consequences. Upon investigation, the source of that outbreak was identified as the United Nations Nepalese peacekeeping camp. Now, prior to 2010, cholera was not even on the radar for the island nation of Haiti. Yet in just a few short days, hospitals were admitting patients every 3 to 4 minutes. During the summer of 2010, it took me just 3 to 4 minutes to walk from my biology classroom to a decaying structure whose humidity cloaked me upon entrance. Haitian Catholic Charities had existed near there for over a decade, yet this summer marked the first time that high school students were requested to volunteer. The growing demand for his assistance was met with my eager desire to run around in endless games of freeze tag and play with Play-Doh sculptures that would rival the work of Michelangelo. Yet amidst all that organized chaos, I met Jeanette, a radiant, intoxicating soul. She could move your heart with a word. As we guided the artistic expression of crayons and watercolors, we discussed everything, from the pain she so deeply felt to her life in Haiti. Those conversations enveloped me. They made me feel smaller than the microbe I wanted to fight. And I knew that in order to comprehend this complex issue, I had to understand the people involved. So for years, I've known this guy named Jeremy Henry. Now, aside from describing himself as one of my father's best friends, Jeremy devotes much of his time to a local church and subsequently the mission trips to Haiti that it interacts with. I have long since pondered what encouraged him to embark on these perilous journeys. And even more so, what did he gain within these conversations? As I began prying into these experiences, a light seemingly turned on within him instantly. His heart broke again and again as he told me stories of children stripped to skin and bone. But amidst all that anguish, he continued to define the most important aspect of humanitarian care: hope. He argued that while money, resources, infrastructure, and medicine could heal, only hope could bring life back to the people of Haiti. You see, oftentimes we travel through life trying to write our own narrative, trying to compile it from the blips of conscious interaction that we deem so valuable. Yet I've found that that blinds us of the holistic image. You see, we write our own stories from the interactions we have from others, from the fears and the wishes that we capture, and the emotional responses that we then develop. All of these interactions prompted me to write my own narrative, a narrative of the island of Haiti. As the winds and rains of Hurricane Matthew began to ravage the country, as cholera once again began to run rampant through the water supply, my narrative opened a new chapter. But I understood that in order to address this complex problem, we had to stop looking through the lens of temporary growth and understanding the need for permanent restructure. The island nation of Haiti demands change. But in order to enact that change, it must be developed regionally by government officials that the public trusts. The Haitian government operates unitarily, having the entire constitutional government being able to direct any type of action directly upon an individual. In order to enact change, we must develop relationships with the people that the public trusts. Once these voices have been identified, we have the first tool to mobilizing the educational process. Education defines the most meaningful tool we as a conglomerate of societies can create. Education of different cultures, individual advancement, and opportunities help progress the lives of all. For years, the people of Haiti have long since lacked education regarding water sanitation. This defines the trademark of cholera's outreach. Culturally, this has been due to the setup of many households and cooking practices that occur. Many homes typically have the outhouse positioned in close proximity to the buildings and to where water and food is obtained. Floods are incredibly common, especially during specific months, leading to runoffs from the mountains. And with no true sewage and waste system in place, this runoff leads to rivers where vast amounts of civilians obtain drinking water. To combat this issue, the Haitian public officials discussed would engage in a standardized education process. The standardized education process would begin by outlining the impacts of cholera and then highlight the erroneous methods of sanitation that have resulted in the deaths of thousands. This education would then incorporate a hands-on approach during which government officials would travel through a generic setup Haitian home and point out all notable areas of improvement while combining that with areas that are primed for pre-growth and restructure following the impending natural disasters. The people of Haiti constantly struggle with water scarcity, but a recent innovation is able to fix it. Now I know this works because I've seen it applied in other countries, and I know that the direct transferability is plausible within the island nation of Haiti. Large-scale microfiber nets on the tops of mountains collect fog water. The water drips into large basins that are then rerouted through different types of basins and systems that are purified by water-solar-powered purification. These then provide the slums in downhill areas with clean, reusable sources of water. Now, aside from the governmental hurdles and the social awareness initiatives and the water scarcity problems, the island of Haiti must adopt that governmental change. 700,000 individuals have been impacted and been infected with cholera since 2010. If the entire country can firsthand see the problem created, why is there such a lack of funding? The answer to that question is dynamic. In order to have someone donate, you have to make them emotionally invested in your cause. Due to a distant connection that many have with this impoverished land, a crumbling infrastructure, and a general lack of strategic vision, the island nation of Haiti has a difficult time philanthropically creating these types of initiatives. Beyond this, the unfortunate reality is that many outside parties don't care, unless they are somehow primed to understand how they can become involved in creating large-scale initiatives to a land that they might not even have trade agreements with. To make them care, don't simply uncover this problem. Walk with them, side by side, to make them understand and acknowledge your solution. One of my favorite quotes comes from Norman Rice, who once valiantly proclaimed, "Dare to reach out your hand into the darkness, to pull another hand into the light." The people of Haiti have endured seemingly perpetual darkness. Today is our opportunity to reach down and pull them wholeheartedly into the light. Together, we are capable of doing fantastic things. Together, we have the capacity to change and combat a disease indicative of inadequate development. And together, we as a world can create change. Thank you all very much.